What's up, everyone? My name is Brandon,
I'm Ryan.
and this is Brandon and Ryan Game Talk. This is our second episode. We're gonna go through news from the week, then kind of check out chat if anything's going on there, and then we're gonna go through what we've been playing and check out chat again, and that's gonna be our format. So, you have anything you want to lead off in, or should I get right to the news that we have?
You jump in with what you got. You got
All
it
right.
pulled up. It's all good.
So the biggest article for me, I don't know if this is going to do anything for you, but I am excited about it. Also, I forgot to start a timer, so there we go. That's happening. Is rumors of a Star Wars Old Republic remake slash reimagining came out this week from EA, but it's like, holy shit! Did you ever play KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic?
This means nothing to me.
I figured it wouldn't. So Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, BioWare game. So you know BioWare.
Yeah.
Mass Effect, Dragon Age started off back as Baldur's Gate developers that make really good role-playing games. Well, they used to. They made a really good Star Wars role-playing game. Like, amazing. It's the first game I ever played where your decisions seem to matter a lot.
Right.
And the story is great. Revan is kind of canon. That's the main character of the series. This reimagining is supposed to be a mashup of Knights of the Old Republic 1 and Knights of the Old Republic 2 and make it canon. Now, this is all rumor. I got this from an article by Adam Bankhurst on IGN. But it sounds like it's supposed to be a mashup. My biggest question going into it is going to be who's making it? Like, it's EA, because they still own the Star Wars deal shit, which who knows how long that's going to last. But Fallen Order was really good, made by Respawn. But BioWare hasn't made anything great in a while.
Yeah.
Dragon Age Inquisition was their last like really great game, which I loved.
That's putting it lightly.
But Mass Effect Andromeda, not great. And Anthem, fun combat, but not a great game.
Yeah.
Because we both played a shit ton of Anthem when it came out. We had fun with it. But
I actually looked at it. I mean, I had a shit ton of like trophies and shit for it, but nope.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those where I want them to fix it, but they'd have to relaunch it and get the population back up.
I think they will, because I do, but
a rumor came out. Yeah, a rumor came out last year that they were working on it and relaunching it and shit, because it's makes you feel like Iron Man, which I love and want all the time. So that's my biggest article, and I hope it's true. Revan is kind of confirmed canon because in The Rise of Skywalker, there is a stormtrooper unit like Revan Squadron or some shit like that. So they name dropped it in the lore, but otherwise all that shit was expanded universe when Disney bought Star Wars, so it doesn't technically count as canon anymore. But like Fallen Order's canon, so like those characters exist in the Star Wars universe, like Cal and all that.
Can't wait to talk about
which
that.
We'll talk about that more later.
Yes.
Next news that I have, another delay. Dying Light 2 got delayed.
More delays.
Which I forgot was actually coming as soon as it was supposed to, which is why it's delayed, I'm sure, because they weren't talking about it. Because it was supposed to be out spring 2020. I also got this from IGN, Matt Perslow. They didn't even put a release date now. It's just delayed indefinitely. My guess is fall, new consoles.
Well, so now I know we kind of talked about this in the last episode last week, but why the fuck are they delaying literally everything? I mean, literally everything is getting delayed. And is it only because of the new consoles? Because they knew that there was new consoles coming out.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, they're still probably going to launch, like, Cyberpunk's still launching before the new consoles.
Yeah, see, and that's what I mean. Like, so why are they delaying?
I don't know if it's just to get closer, because everything's going to be backwards compatible.
True.
So I honestly don't know. It seems more than usual, because, like, developers and everything, once the Dying Light 1 was honestly the first one to do it, to have a big release early in the year, in like January, in those first 3 months, because that used to be a dead zone. But now a lot of places are targeting it because it's been successful, because people want new shit all the time, not just in holiday.
I personally prefer the early January, February, March releases, because there is nothing like.
Right.
It's just,
Yeah, it's awesome. But then now everyone's targeting that, and now it's all getting delayed, so now there's nothing again.
Yep, pretty much.
So it's like, it was going well for a while, but yeah, I mean, that sucks. I played Dying Light 1 a little bit. I wanted it to be more like Dead Island, which Dead Island 2, will that ever happen? That's also been indefinitely delayed for years and years. So it's like it, but more parkour-y.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Dying Light?
I dabbled. I have it.
Okay.
I remember starting it, playing for a little while. It's just one of those that didn't grab me. I had other things that took precedence over it.
And it's like, you can play co-op. Me and our friend Dylan were trying to play it. I couldn't get into it. Like, I could Dead Island. I had so much more fun with Dead Island.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Next thing that I got, there's not a ton of crazy news. Apex Legends Season 4 started.
I've been meaning to get
New
back
Legend.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah, have you?
I remember like I really liked it. Like
I
I'm
liked it a lot too.
horrible at games like that, and I actually remembered playing it right away when it came out, and I fucking loved it. And I wasn't the worst, not the best, but I wasn't the worst.
I remember me and you and your brother Max playing it, and he is not good.
No,
sorry, Max.
And which is funny because he's really good at like Call of Duty and shit like that.
He doesn't stick with the team, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
he'll just go and then be like, "Oh shit, I'm dead." And we're like, "Well,
go fuck yourself."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that was, but I haven't played in so long either. It is really fun. The only thing I have a problem with games like that now, it's like the population that's left playing, they're all probably really fucking good and better than me.
They're kind of savages about it.
Yeah,
I remember playing, and because I played a lot by myself and with strangers, and like I don't always play with my headset on, at least not my mic.
You don't even have to in Apex because the ping system. So.
But I remember listening, and it was me and the team, and this one guy was just a straight up dick to every one of us. And then he like got down, and like I said, like I wasn't chatting, and like the three of us silently just didn't help him because we were like, he was such a dick about it. He thought he was better than all of us.
The two of you, because there's only three people, right?
Yeah. And we just ditched him, and I was like, you know what? That's what you
fuck did. Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, I didn't play it. I have trouble playing multiplayer games for a long time by myself, so I need like at least somebody else to play with. Otherwise, I get bored or whatever. The biggest exception was like Overwatch. I played Overwatch so much by myself, and it was awesome.
I've still never played that game.
Oh my god, it's so good. It might be harder for you to get into now. They do a good job of if you're a low level and you're playing by yourself, they match you with people of like skill.
Yeah.
But if you started playing and like I jumped in, or like Kool-Aid jumped in, who's played the most Overwatch out of anybody that I know. Then it starts to pair you with people of his parity too, so that makes it harder. But
it's all fun for me. I wouldn't care either way.
And it's a good time. The characters are dope as shit. So this was also by Adam Bankhurst. Oh, we didn't even really talk about season 4.
Oh yeah,
we just talked about Apex in broad.
You mean the actual article?
Yeah, so they have a new battle pass, which is pretty common for games like these, especially free to play. They announced a new legend who looks like a gladiator. His name is Forge, 5-time Hyper Fighting Federation champion.
Baller.
The first corporate-sponsored legend, whatever that means, in Apex lore. Because Apex Legends is technically in the Titanfall universe, if you didn't know that.
Oh, I did not know that.
But he's wearing a championship belt, which is dope. And he kind of looks like Kratos with his like armor. But yeah.
Cool.
He sounds cool from everything I've read about him. This doesn't really mention his skills that much, I don't think. But it's obviously come out kind of.
Well, you know, with everything being delayed, let's just jump back into Apex to kill some freaking time.
Yeah, I could re-download it. I don't know if I have it on my PlayStation, but I'm sure we could get some other people. The other thing, not super news. This is more of a broad thing. Temtem came into early access this week, so you can actually go and buy it and play it on Steam. If you don't know what Temtem is, it's a Pokemon style game. Like this article I found on Kotaku by Luke Plunkett. Mentions it as being like a clone, whatever. But it's always 2v2 matches. It's still type-based. It's more of a massive multiplayer version of Pokemon, which I know I would love.
Yeah.
So it looks cool. I watched some streams of it. It's like $35 to get into early access. So
not terrible.
It's not bad. It's like not new game price. And they're constantly going to be working on it and adding new areas and new Temtem, which is what the monsters are called. But it's always 2v2. You have 2 Pokemon versus an opponent's 2 Pokemon, or if you're teaming up with somebody, then you would put one out and I would put one out. I think I just called them Pokemon for Temtem. But it seems cool. It's the graphic style of Pokemon. So
yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying it out, but I'm going to give it a little time yet.
Yeah, because it's supposed to have it's not going to come out to consoles till next year. Yeah. So it's in beta for Steam right now. Final release, Xbox One, Switch, and PS4 planned for 2021.
It'll probably end up.
I assume it will be on Xbox One and, Xbox Series X or whatever, and then PS5, and then Switch Pro, if that's actually
It'll
a different
probably
thing.
end up on my Switch. That's what's going
to... Really?
Yeah, that just seems like one of those.
If I want to stream it, I would probably get it on PC. But I assume there would be crossplay, because that's pretty uniform for everything now, which is awesome. The other like small dime of news that I have is Toss the Coin to Your Witcher song is now on Spotify. Which isn't really news, but it was news to me.
It's exciting.
And I love that song, and I love the Witcher Netflix series.
Fuck
so
if
you have Spotify and have been wanting to crank that song and do it up. I showered to it like 20 times in a row the other day.
I have Amazon Music. I use Amazon Music, which I recommend. I love it. I think Amazon Music's great. fuck Spotify. But
Spotify's awesome. I might put our stuff into podcast form eventually on Spotify. I can't shit on it.
That's fine. Fine, I'll take it. But yeah, I actually should look and see if that's on Amazon. Amazon has everything.
I don't think it is, because it took forever to come to Spotify. Because I remember when I wanted to listen to it without watching the episode again, I had to YouTube video it. Because there were a bunch of covers showed up on Spotify, which was, they're not great covers. They're fine, but not what I want to hear.
Hey.
Is it on? Oh, yeah, shit, it is on there. Nice. Also on Amazon Music, if anybody uses that.
Check it out.
Besides Ryan.
Yeah, no, I am the only one.
Yeah, I think so. That's all I have for news. So you grabbed some articles as well. Right?
I did. Not super news, but I do have a few things I want to talk about. First, let's talk about Pokemon Go, because there's a new Lunar New Year event.
Oh, yeah.
It goes through February 3rd. It started on the 24th. Apparently, it's going to focus a lot on red Pokemon.
Like the color red?
The color red, yes.
Okay.
I don't exactly know why.
Is that just because like Chinese New Year celebrations are usually
all sorts of stuff.
red?
It's the year of the rat.
Yeah.
So like Minchino is going to be a special. There's going to be bonuses, rare candies from gifts and stuff when you
do they have
like friends.
Is there like a new community day coming or something like that too?
They have.
Maybe I think that you get to vote on a new community day. I may have gotten an email the other day.
Yeah, it's weird. There's red. So red Pokemon in 7K eggs. You can also possibly encounter a red Gyarados. I know that.
Oh shit! Like that's increased.
Fancy.
Yeah, man, I want a red Gyarados so bad.
And just generally red Pokemon in the wild, Wurmples, Charmanders.
Okay.
Things like that. So
is that going on now?
Yeah. Yep. Started Saturday.
Okay.
24th. Friday. I don't know. Goes till the 3rd. I've seen a few.
It's hard to play Pokemon Go in Wisconsin right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's cold and snowy and shitty.
Bullshit. Like I want to go walking, but I know I'll slip and break my ankle.
Yep.
But yeah, there's going to be different themed Pokemon in the wild, things like that. So get on Pokemon Go.
Okay. Cool.
Later, I will post more. I'm always looking for friends. So.
I saw they announced their next like actual event that you go to in St. Louis too, right?
Yep.
The Safari Zone event or whatever, which we want to try and go to the community day in Chicago, which they do every year. So
would love
we're going to try and do that, because it's usually just a weekend in Chicago, which would be dope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of my news is minimal, but I do have something. Okay.
This week was slow.
Someone found a patent for Joy-Cons, a new Joy-Con adaptation thing where they're going to put a little nub, like a stylus nub, on your Joy-Cons. Now,
so like you can use it as a stylus then on the touchscreen?
Yeah, for people who have fat hands like me. Might come in handy. But I was thinking about it more. I was reading it, looking at it. Like, it seems neat, but I was thinking about it. It's not really plausible. Because, like, if it's on your dock, you're going to have little nubs on it. Like, I'd rather have a detachable stylus.
Well, where are the nubs going to go? Are they going to be in your way when you're playing other shit?
No, they're on the top. I don't remember. It's on the ends of it. Not,
I mean, as long as it's not in your way, if you're playing it docked, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're playing it in handheld mode or tablet
mode,
and
then you have them separate. Yeah, exactly.
Because I had to buy a stylus separately for Mario Maker to create courses. Because creating courses on the TV is a pain in the ass. It works okay, but it's way easier to use a stylus and drag your bricks and drag your platforms.
Yeah. And I think that's what they're going for, is just something, a little easier. Lame news, I know.
Well, it's a patent, so who knows if it'll actually happen too.
The two most exciting things for me in the news was the announcement of Super Nintendo World at Orlando Universal Studios.
They finally confirmed that.
Will be coming. No real definite information. They said something about 2023.
Yeah, it's a few years out from what I saw.
That gives me plenty of time to get my life together and plan a
trip.
Right,
because the one in Japan opens soon.
Yeah,
it opens in like spring or something like that in Tokyo, which looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it looks badass. It's Super Nintendo World, but it's Mario themed apparently. Mostly, it's probably definitely.
They've said they're open to in the future, once the Mario parks and Magic Kingdoms and shit, they're open to having other Nintendo themed properties in the parks. And like if they had like, man, I'd love like a Zelda land, like a Hyrule area that's what I would want.
I have no doubt there will be a Pokemon land at some point.
Oh yeah, also
super
true.
Pokemon, because it would just make
because it's weird. Like Nintendo Roundabout owns Pokemon, because it's like the Pokemon Company is its own company, but it's owned by 1/3 of Nintendo, and then the other 2/3 are other companies. But one of those thirds, the other thirds, is majority owned by Nintendo. So like they back asswards own Pokemon. They own the majority of it.
As long as they make it happen, that's all I care about. And then going along with your music excitement, Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution will be on Netflix February 27th. I can't wait.
That's the remake of the first movie.
It's like an updated remake, so like it looks really good. I watched the trailer. Like I really am excited about the animation, the CGI, and just how it looks. But I love
the Pokemon first movie, so it's that story, right?
With I think it's that story, but I think it's tweaked. Like I don't think it's like spot on. Everything is the exact same. I believe they did make some changes, but in general, it's finally coming. I know it's been out.
It came out
for like a year.
It came out in theaters in a limited release, I think, right?
Yeah, but
nowhere near us.
It's been on Netflix in other countries for ever, which is unfair. But what?
That's
what
soon,
do I know?
Right? Is it like this week?
What? Pokemon?
Yeah. When
does it come February 27th.
Oh, February.
We have about a month yet.
Okay.
I guess I can wait.
Yeah, that's
fine. Yeah, I don't really have super news.
It was a light news week, and I didn't really see anything else. I saw on Twitter there was some leaked video of a potential PS5 actual unit, not like a dev kit. It's still like a dev kit, but more like what the console's going to look like. It looks super similar to a PS4, more rounded with the lights.
Oh, was it that X-shaped one?
No,
I saw that. I wasn't a fan.
No, this one looked fine, which is probably honestly accurate. I'll try and find it for you while we're talking about it. So yeah, if you just search PS5, let's just look PS5 leak. Yeah, there was like a small GIF. Yeah, so this. So it looks very similar. It's just like rounded, and it's probably not a final design or anything like that.
No, but I don't.
Because dev kits are never the final design. I don't know if you saw the initial dev kit, but it was like the weird square with it almost looked like a U kind of.
Yeah.
That was the first dev kit.
Up.
Yeah. So I'm sure this is just another form of a dev kit. Whether or not that's what the actual console looks like, I don't know.
Nice.
It looks decent. Consoles never blow you away anymore. It's always
just that X-shaped one. That one, the X-shape.
Oh,
that's the one I saw.
That. I don't like that.
I don't either. And I have a whole plan with my gaming setup at home.
Also, why would they want it to look like an X?
Thank you.
Because then it's going to be weird for Xbox. Yeah. Whatever. Not going to be weird, but they wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, Xbox is going to Leaning Tower of Pisa shape.
Yeah. The other one probably won't look like that because it's rumored that it's going to be Series X and then other series whatevers. And they're not going to have any freeform exclusives that are just playable on that for a year or two, they said. So you'll still be able to play everything because Halo Infinite you can play on your One X or my One S even.
Actually, on the topic of this PS5 leak, I know we had talked about it the other day. Boss Logic on Instagram shared this mock-up of the PS5 logo that he created. And I love it. I do.
It looks way cooler. It's just like the old school PlayStation 5 logo, like the P and then the S underneath it as a shadow, and then underneath that shadow is a 5, a red 5.
I like it.
It looks cool. It looks cooler than just the text.
I think Sony dropped the ball on that one. Text. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean,
who am I?
If it's not broke, you.
True.
Yeah, because PS4 shit. We can show this. The PS4 sales numbers. They passed something. They passed what did they pass? What's the best-selling game consoles? They passed something just the other day. I think they passed the Wii.
Wow.
No, they passed I guess it wasn't that long ago. They passed the original PlayStation. So the PlayStation 4 so far has sold 106 million units. It's only behind the Game Boy / Game Boy Color, which is at 118 million, and then the Nintendo DS is 154 million, and then the PS2 is 155 million, greater than 155 million. This is just through Wikipedia, so
give or take.
Yeah. So that's still insane.
It's impressive.
I don't think anything will ever catch the PS2, but you never know.
We got a lot of years ahead of us.
Yeah.
I know.
Consoles are going to change.
I grew up on Xbox. All my life, it was Xbox and Nintendo.
Yeah, it was Nintendo original NES is where I started.
Yeah, and then when I got my PlayStation, it was almost immediately I became a PlayStation fan over Xbox. Obviously, I love both, but
yeah, it's just Sony's first-party studios right now make amazing shit.
Yeah, Yeah, phenomenal. Even Max said the same thing as me. He grew up on Xbox, obviously, my brother.
Yeah.
And then I got him a PlayStation, and he was like, "I'm missing. Been missing out for
There's
years."
so many great games that are just on PlayStation. I'm hoping Xbox with their they've purchased a ton of first party studios and are letting them do what they want, which is awesome. So like they're funding hopefully great exclusives for the future. So because I like Xbox too, just don't play that much because there's not much I want to play on.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So well, let's check into chat quick and then we can talk about what we've been playing. Anything exciting in there? This document up anymore? Let's see. We got Benny23 in the chat. He would definitely get the Pokemon-ish game on PS5. So there we go.
All right,
we can team up and fuck shit up.
I mean, that will definitely change my mind from getting it on the Switch if everybody else
but
has it.
But it's crossplay everywhere. Probably crossplay everywhere. I'm assuming, but at this point, it should be.
You never know.
Especially if it's a massively multiplayer thing. Yeah, Revan, Greatest of All Time by Tivril. He loves Knights of the Old Republic, which I knew he did.
I have no idea what any of that means.
God, it's so good. Well, hopefully, like that's good then, because this remake will like blow you away if it doesn't suck. Which it's EA, so who's developing it? It could suck.
No offense, EA. No offense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Benny would also be into Super Mario World ASAP.
Honestly, we could just plan a big trip and
he's into watching the Pokemon remake for sure. The PS5 specs aren't anything yet, really. We know it's going to have an SSD and support like 4K, 60 frames per second. They've teased 8K, which who the fuck's going to have an 8K TV? So don't care about that. So the fact that they're having a solid state drive will make the loading times instant, almost extremely fast. The only thing I worry about is the size of the drive, because solid state drives are expensive. And if they're going to try and reach a certain console price, I'm guessing it's going to be $399. I could see it being $499. Mm-hmm. I don't see it being cheaper than $399, and I don't see it being $599 because that fucked them with the PS3 launching at $599. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, because like a 500 gigabyte hard drive gets eaten up. We know that now with current gen consoles. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's at least a terabyte. So that's what I'm hoping. But besides that, no other specs. The controller's kind of leaked a little bit. So was the console kind of, but who knows? That's all
Nothing's
still dev kit shit. It's rumored that PS4 controllers will work with it, which would make sense because it's going to be backwards compatible with at least PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Which doesn't matter to me because my controllers are dying, as I mentioned the other day.
Yeah, the batteries suck ass. So hopefully
it's driving me crazy.
They last a little bit longer on PlayStation 5. Apparently there's Temtem hate. I didn't see any Temtem hate now.
I imagine there would be. I mean,
it's I'm sure rampant. You get the Pokemon fanboys in there and all that shit. I know it had server issues day one with the beta, because everybody wanted to play it.
Well, it's like I'm a diehard Pokemon fan. Like, that's my number one right there. Is
and I love Pokemon.
But I'm still going to give it a shot. Like, I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, there can be other things in that space.
Yeah.
Nintendo not going to make a Pokemon MMO. I would love that. But something else can also exist in this space.
I mean, they might come sweeping in to make one just to crush Temtem.
Yeah, well, Nintendo can't make good online shit, so I don't see that happening anytime soon.
It's fair.
I'd love to play Smash Online, but man, is it
one
rough.
day. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what have you been playing?
So, last week we swapped games. I gave you Control. You gave me Fallen Order.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a really hard time getting into Jedi Fallen Order.
I thought you might.
Like the first 4 to 6 hours, I was fighting the urge to just put down the controller and give it up. But I didn't. And then I know we had just gotten together and we kind of talked about it, and I said I still wasn't sure how I felt.
Yeah.
I hope they do another one. I can't wait, or DLC or something. I fucking love it.
I love DLC.
I did love it, right? It took me a while. It really did. But I got a platinum trophy, so
nice.
Crushed it. Yeah, it was good. It felt a little cheap in the beginning. It just seemed like it was
were you getting beat up hard?
Yeah, that, and the way it just didn't feel the way I think I expected it to.
Yeah.
They rushed it and they
you've never really played that style of combat game, really, right?
Yeah, and that was tough.
Because it's kind of like Souls Bloodborne-y.
Which, I said, I just kept throwing people off edges rather than actually parrying and blocking. So at the end, I had to go back and find all these enemies.
Is that why you missed scans?
Yeah.
I figured that's why one of the trophies requires that.
But it was really good. It really was. At the end, I looked back and I was like, all right, definitely worth it. Definitely.
Well, the story's super good too. I mean, I loved the last, Rise of Skywalker movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't. and it's a better story than that.
Yeah.
Like Fallen Order is the best Star Wars story to come out of last year.
Yeah.
No offense to Rise of Skywalker. But
I want more of I think her name was Marin, the witch.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Marin is cool as shit.
Fucking loved it.
Yes.
Yeah, like oh man, so good.
Yeah.
The boss fight, Malicos or whatever, wrecked me repeatedly.
Really?
Wrecked me and wrecked me and wrecked me. Because I don't do the blocking and I couldn't use my
it was like blocking and parrying you need to use hard on him.
But I eventually got it, like the 5th try. But
super good though. All the characters are cool. I love Grease. What's the lady's name? I forgot her name. Seer, yeah. Seer, also very cool.
Yeah.
So those are 2 characters that are with you through like the whole story. BD, your droid is adorable.
Oh, BD
He's on you all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah, love BD.
I was actually really happy that I could rock a pink poncho and a pink BD1 and a pink lightsaber at the end. Big fan.
I used the black and pink BD1. It was black and then I had like the pink accents. Yeah. That one was cool. See, I didn't like the ponchos that much.
No, and actually
they looked kind of like shit.
Talking to
and that's one of the main collectibles.
Yeah, it's all it was. And I talked to someone else about it who had also played it, and he agreed with me. Like, it was super lame. Ponchos like that.
Yeah, the ponchos don't look good. It's like in between a Jedi robe and an actual outfit. But they kind of clip through you and it doesn't look great. But yeah, that was my biggest gripe with the game, is that there's tons of collectibles and shit. But they don't really do anything.
And that's,
I think, all aesthetic except for there's the health upgrades you can get.
Yeah, like which was nice. And
like health and force upgrades. But otherwise, you're just finding new hilts to your lightsaber, new ponchos, new ship skins, new BD1 skins.
Yeah.
And that's like 60 of the 80 things you can find in the game are all that.
Well, that's part of the reason I think it kind of felt cheap to me, because you're doing all this adventuring and looting and running around, and it almost just doesn't feel worth it, because you know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be all this. Like, I would have almost rather, like, instead of at the end getting different, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not really a spoiler. Yeah. More color options. It should have been happening also throughout. It should have been another like a skin that you could find.
Well, yeah, 19 times out of 20 when I opened a chest, it was a lightsaber piece I wasn't going to use, or it was a poncho I'd look at and then it was ugly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it.
So all in all, fantastic.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. The game itself, like, I loved the gameplay, and like once I got good at it, I just had fun going and fighting.
Yeah. Even like once I beat it, I still went back and like I got my platinum trophy. I had nothing left to do. I just kind of dicked around for a while, killing people and fucking shit. I mean,
man, I want a new game plus. Like, I want a new game plus to come to that game, so I have an excuse to go play it again. Which I could go play it on like a higher difficulty, but then I just get frustrated.
Now
I've been playing Control because you lent me Control. Yes. I did not finish that. I did not platinum it. It's only been a week.
I guess we just know who the better gamer is.
Well, but Control is really good so far. I do really like it. I'm pretty sure I'm playing it exactly how you are, with just using the force push shit
all the time.
Whatever it's called. It's not called lift. I don't know what it's called. But you just pick shit up and throw it into enemies. So I'm just constantly doing that. I'm using my build because you have augments to your person that you can do. Jessie is her name. And it's Jessie like lift is cheaper. I don't think it's called lift. It might be lift. I don't fucking know. This is cheaper, or your energy recharges faster. My whole build and skills are just all around that. I use the pistol the most. I have the pistol, the base pistol, and then the shotgun, because you use one gun, but it transforms into different types of guns. So you can transform it into like a shotgun style one or like a machine gun style one. I use the pistol one the most, and I use the shotgun one sometimes.
That was exactly
what I did. But the pistol one I use all the time. And you have unlimited ammo, so you kind of go through a gameplay loop. If you don't know what Control is, it's a third-person shooter action game where you get these like crazy powers, like you can force push objects in the environment at enemies. But then you have this gun that just recharges. So you go through a loop of using your powers. Now you let your powers recharge back to full, and then you shoot as that's happening. Then your gun's got to get back and reload itself. So you kind of just looping and running around. You want to keep moving because otherwise you get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you can die pretty quick in that game. I've been good at just moving around.
Yeah.
As long as you're moving or running or whatever.
And things pop up at you too, which I liked the surprise aspect of it. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. Or like, I think I had mentioned at one point to you, like, sometimes you're just running down a hallway to what you think is a checkpoint, and then like you're just not there anymore. Like, it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, shit changes. Like, the world changes. It's very like, it's called Control, but you work in this Department of Control or Bureau of Control.
Bureau of Control, yeah.
Yeah, so like the rooms just change and move around, and then you clear them, and then you can change them back, so you can get through hallways, and like you get these control points, which are save points. You upgrade yourself, that kind of thing. The only thing I don't really have a complaint about, the biggest thing is just the lore. There's a fucking lot of things to read if you want to expand on it, which is cool. But sometimes I don't want to read all that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's like documents,
and some of it's like full page documents that I don't give a shit about. But then there's hilarious ones, like the ones I sent you. There are these lost letters or whatever. The TV too, but there's the lost letter documents that they intercept from people who just come off as crazy. But it's probably real because this world deals with crazy shit. But it's like, oh, I saw my neighbor like flying through the air or whatever like that, and it's a lost letter, and then I'm assuming they hunt these people down. I don't know. Those are funny, and I like those. And some of the other documents are cool, and the videos are really good. So there's TVs you can find or presentations you can find that have actual video of like actual people acting and doing scenes and that kind of thing. And those are cool, except for the puppet ones. I think the puppet ones are stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. There's just weird shit, but
it's cool. I don't know how far I am in the game. I have every ability except for flight, which I know you can fly because of the trophy list, and I want it.
It's so cool.
I want it so bad.
You definitely gotta get it later than you probably like. It's worth it though. Once I got it, that's all I did, and then I beefed it up, and I just like never touched the ground. I was done. I was like, this is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Launch is what it's called. The
that's
launch
right.
Things. It feels good. It's like with Anthem, it just feels good.
It's satisfying to play. You get good impact. The game does a good job with objects too, because some games you'll see a bookshelf and like you can't do anything with it, or you'll see chairs and they don't really move, or like a chair will move and that's it. But in this game, there's desks and bookshelves and there's shit like books and lamps and all that shit flies around.
Well, like
so when you throw
parts of the wall,
so you pull parts of the wall, or you pull a chair, throw it in an enemy, it hits the table, shit flies everywhere. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's super satisfying.
Yep, and I think like I don't know how they did it. It just it seems seamless too. Like I never really ran into any weird glitches or weird, never froze up on me. Nothing weird happened. With how much moves.
Yeah, my frame rate hasn't dipped at all, which is surprising. I'm playing on PS4 Pro, but you're playing on base PS4.
Yeah,
which now the Pro improves on that much. The only hitch that I had, which you probably had, which isn't anything really bad, is when you pause and unpause it. There's always just a clip, like it clips when you come back. It's just like a lag.
It has to catch up.
Yeah, which every time you pause and unpause it, it does that. Or not look at your map because the game doesn't pause when you look.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm glad
doesn't
you
really
like
affect anything. The reason I haven't played as much of that is because I've been getting sidetracked with Borderlands 3 again.
Which I understand.
Our friend Benny K from Not Exactly Radio, our friend, he's been playing a shitload of Borderlands 3. So I've just been hopping in his game, and it works really well. Because I'm level 50 and he's like level 30. And I do have some strong as fuck guns that will run train in his game. Yeah. So I haven't been using those as much unless there's a boss that's fucking us both up. Because it scales pretty well. So the enemies are in there at level 50 for me. So they don't get one shot. They're not like, I'm not fighting level 30 enemies, but on his screen, they're level 30, obviously, and he can damage them. So it does a really good job of scaling, and your loot scales. So I'm getting loot at my level and all that shit. Not that I've found anything I really want to use.
Just talking about it like makes me also... Like anytime somebody says Borderlands, it just makes me want to jump back into it. So,
dude, it's so fun.
I do have the DLC,
and I haven't. That's the thing. Like I went in yesterday. They kind of nerfed a couple items, which fucked up my build with Moze. I play as Moze, the gunner, and so I had to find a different grenade to use to like heal myself better and that kind of thing. So I was just going in and doing some runs to get items for my build without Ben even online, and then I was like, all right, I'll start the DLC once I feel better about it. I can play on Mayhem 2 well by myself. There's certain areas where I can do 3 and 4, but then it's just not as fun. It would be better in a group if you're going that high on Mayhem, because shit just takes too long to kill. And then I was going to start the DLC, but then he hopped on, so I just hopped in his game for an hour. And
way to ruin his time, like Ben.
No, it was fun. It was all good.
I'm just kidding. I would love to join you. Just hit me up next time.
Yeah, he works similar shifts to us. Like he just works day shifts and then plays at night. So
maybe I'll jump in tonight a little bit. It's probably a little rusty.
Yeah, because we won't be playing, so you'll be able to catch up with your skills. Because we'll be watching wrestling tonight. Yeah. I haven't really been playing anything else besides that. I'm trying to think if there's anything talking about that I've been playing. I haven't played my Switch at all. I went on to like check some sales and shit. I didn't play anything. Yeah, I haven't turned my Xbox on in weeks.
Oh man, actually, well, I did. I don't think I mentioned this last time when we talked about stuff as far as Xbox goes. I did Titanfall 2.
Oh yeah, because that was that on Game Pass, or did you get through PlayStation Plus? Because it was a PS Plus game recently too.
Game Pass.
Okay.
Right? I signed up for game. I don't know. Whatever. I played it.
Titanfall 2, I love.
Yeah, I had never played it before. Never, whatever. It just was there. Whether it was the free game or on Game Pass, but I played it. Yeah. and I fucking loved it, and I loved it so much, and it was so freaking short.
Yeah.
And I was so bummed out because I was so into it, and then all of a sudden it was over, and it was only a couple hours. Like,
see, I feel like it took me like 5-6 hours.
Well, yeah, it was a whole afternoon, a couple hours. That ain't nothing to me, but yeah. So I did it in half a day, and I was really bummed out because I loved it so much that
it's one of the best first-person shooter campaigns I've ever played.
Yeah, absolutely.
Titanfall has just really satisfying gameplay, and then they made it work well because it was initially just a multiplayer game. The first Titanfall, multiplayer only on an Xbox One exclusive, and then 2 came out for everything and had a campaign. That's Respawn as well. So Jedi Fallen Order, Apex Legends, those guys, former Call of Duty developers.
A lot because it was quick, it was fast paced, where I wasn't like kind of in Fallen Order, I wasn't waiting forever to get upgrades.
Yeah.
Whereas in Titanfall 2, since it was so short, you kind of, this is what you're doing, and then just quickly progress.
And it gives you a good feel for the different Titans you can then use in multiplayer.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are playing the multiplayer Titanfall, but it was really fun when it came out. Yeah. They added some Horde mode style shit, which I would like to try. They added it for free. Like all the DLC was free in that game. So maybe I'll re-download it. It's for. But the game's old enough now that we can talk a little spoilery about it. The time travel level, so fucking cool in that, where you get the device that lets you swap between timelines.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the game by far. If you haven't played Titanfall 2, there's a mechanic in one of the levels where you swap a device. It's an instant press.
Yeah.
And it changes the world from an old world to a new world.
You're in like that old building.
Yeah.
And like part of it's on fire, and you have to like run at the fire and then switch and you know.
Yeah, because you're wall running.
Yeah, and then like you run almost into the fire, switch to that.
Yeah, so it's just
timeline,
and it's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it really was nicely done.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the game. But the game in whole is amazing. That's just like a peak for me.
And like I said,
part of it.
It's short. I recommend giving it a shot. Whoever hasn't, try it out. It really was good.
Yeah, and you got it on Game Pass. You said I didn't even know it was on Game Pass.
90% sure it was Game Pass.
Okay,
my memory.
It was awful, a PlayStation Plus game. So if you've been redeeming your PS Plus games recently,
every time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to talk about? I haven't been playing anything else crazy.
Not really. I mean, not that I've been playing recently. Skyrim. I mean, I'm balls deep in Skyrim, which
I didn't play Skyrim at all this week.
So is Max.
Your brother,
and
Max.
I finally convinced him yesterday. I went up to him and I was like, you have to try playing Breath of the Wild. You have to. Just give it a shot. Put Skyrim down. It's always going to be there for you.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. And he did, and he's sucked in, and I've never been more proud.
Do you think Breath of the Wild 2 will come out this year?
I don't think it'll be this year, but I just feel like Nintendo's pretty good about keeping things hush-hush and dropping surprises.
I was like, Nintendo is due for a Direct, because we don't know shit that's coming out this year except for Animal Crossing.
Well, like the Pokemon...
And they're going to release at least like 5-6 games, if not more than that.
Something. But like with this last Pokemon Direct where they announced the DLC, like that to me was a complete side blow. Like just a surprise. Which was completely. Awesome, like, hey, it's like a whole new game, but it's just a DLC.
You don't
they
have to start
that secret. I didn't hear anything about it until bam, here it is.
Nintendo's good at holding that shit for the most part.
So they might. I really think that they might.
Yeah, because we don't know what they're doing. They gotta have a Direct soon. I would think in February. Because they can't do it any later. Well, they could do it later than that. But like Animal Crossing is coming in March. They like to have a big release almost every month, whether that's something they made or partnered with. They want a release to advertise at least once a month, even if it's not theirs. Well, and we don't know anything after Animal Crossing.
And now that like Nintendo's kind of entering this whole new field of consoles, you know, I'm wondering if maybe like they're going to get more involved with the E3 stuff and that time frame for game releases.
They could,
you know.
I mean, they're always at E3.
Yeah, but now that they have this fucking banging console,
it's actually selling again.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna do more to compete and get up there. I know Nintendo doesn't really seem to care about PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, they're in a different stratosphere of that.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm also hoping for another Let's Go.
Yeah, I'd like another Pokemon something. The Let's Go's I liked. I would rather them go more of traditional remake again than Let's Go. But
no, I want Let's Go like Meryl and Togepi. Do that Gold Silver. Come on, man.
Which one do I pick? I don't want either of those.
I want Togepi. Obviously.
I want a Gold and Silver remake, but another one because Soul Silver is probably my favorite Pokemon game. The remakes of Gold and Silver.
No.
So good.
Yeah.
With the Pokewalker.
Yeah.
Pre-Pokemon Go, you get to walk around with your Pokemon.
Not me.
Well, you like Ruby and
Sapphire. Just Sapphire.
Which I'm pretty sure I'm not pretty sure. I definitely skipped those.
Oh, man, they're the best ones.
Well, I did eventually play them, but I skipped them initially, played Fire Red, the remake of the original. Then I played Diamond and Pearl, the first DS ones. And I'm like, shit, you can transfer Pokemon from GBA. There's this one that I haven't played. I should go play it.
Get on it.
And it was good.
Yeah. I loved it. Whatever. I see So,
not my favorite, but good.
Yeah, well, you can have it. Alpha Sapphire, like I liked them a lot. The Alpha
remakes on
Sapphires
3DS,
because the post game was a long time. It wasn't like, oh,
Didn't
post
they
game, go
add
run talk to this person, you're done.
Didn't they add a shitload of legendaries?
Well, yeah, and then there was
Right.
like a couple
From old
hours of
games.
extra stuff after you beat the Elite Four and everything,
Yeah,
which
that's
I had
cool.
always wanted, just because you do it and then you're like, oh,
That's
fizzles
why
out.
Gold and Silver are the best, because you go back to
There's a
Kanto and you
whole
have all the
other
gyms.
Fucking thing, I know.
That's why those are the best.
They
And
did have
Lugia's
that
amazing.
going for them.
So, yeah.
But
Well, that's because, do you know why they did that?
not
Because the Pokemon director thought that it wasn't going to be successful. So he wanted to make a Pokemon game that had a lot to do, because he thought it was going to be the last Pokemon game.
Smart. Do that again.
Yeah.
Pokemon people,
Well,
do that again.
I don't think they'll
I mean,
ever
they're
be.
kind of doing it.
I don't think there'll ever be a last Pokemon game. But
No, there better not be.
I mean, unless the world's
That's
gonna
when
end,
my life
but
is
that's
over.
different. Yeah, see, Gold and Silver are the best,
No,
according to chat. 2v1.
chat doesn't count.
Do we have anything else in chat before we end? Because I think we're pretty much wrapping up here. Oh, you can choose your character's pronouns in Temtem, which people are pissed about. I think that's cool. So people can fuck off.
People need to grow up.
Yeah.
Like, half you people probably aren't even going to play Temtem.
Right. I'm sure the people who are angry about it aren't playing it. Like, they just saw it on a subreddit or some shit.
It's... I can't even talk about that because it's me.
Yeah.
Fired up.
Grinds your gears. So where can people find you again?
You can find me at, I think it's just Hip Hop Misfit on Instagram, or Dark Siren 89 on all other PlayStation, Xbox, and whatnot. And that's Siren with a Y. I know. Don't judge me.
I'll have it in the description below. I have been putting
Hell
it there.
yeah.
So yeah, we start the stream every Sunday, 10 a.m. starting the show. We usually start a little early to deal with like tech problems and shit. So if you want to come say hi, for sure do that. I post to YouTube the next day. I shouldn't have any issues this week. It took me longer than I wanted to last week, trying to just trim it, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, twitch.tv/LairdBrandon. The YouTube channel is also Laird Brandon. On Twitter, I am LRD Brandon, and Instagram, I think I'm also LRD Brandon, but that's less important.
I'm pretty sure.
You can follow me on Twitter for everything as far as like video and streams and stuff like that. I stream multiple days a week, usually on Sundays. Like, we're going to go get lunch and probably come do a stream, play a video game or something on here.
Hell yeah.
And then Mondays, right now, I stream during the day. That's probably going to change, but I'll update everybody.
Yeah.
Just follow me on Twitter or on Twitch and ask questions and all that shit.
And I will try and activate my Twitter at lunch today if I know how to log in. And then
yeah, because I think I tried to find you.
Yeah, I'll drop that info later. And I lied. Instagram is Hip Hop Misfit 89. Follow me.
Is that not what you said?
I just said Hip Hop Misfit. Who knows? There might be a Hip Hop Misfit. It's not me. And yeah, come check out my dog, because that's all my Instagram is.
No, your dog's
and my
adorable.
video games.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ryan.
This is Brandon Ryan Game Talk, episode 2. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
Peace out.